Hey guys, it's Becca. Welcome back to my channel. I have another Disney Vacation Club rental video for you today. But before we get into it, make sure that you are subscribed if you are not already, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy DVC related content. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So first, if you are unfamiliar with what renting DVC points is, I have a whole playlist of several videos explaining the process. I have a DVC rental Q&A video with some frequently asked questions and things like that. I have another video that's a tutorial on how to rent DVC points. So definitely check those out first and then maybe come back to this video if you're unfamiliar with it. So that way that we can kind of be on the same page and you are able to fully understand what we're talking about. So when people ask me, is renting DVC points really worth it? Is it worth the savings? Is it, we're not able to book it ourselves. We have to go through somebody else. We're not able to make modifications on it. Is it really worth the savings? And when someone says something like that, I just want to shake them and be like, yes, it's so worth it. You have to rent DVC points. It is so worth the amount that you save. And so that's what we're going to look at today. How much money do you actually save by renting DVC points? So we're going to look at a couple different resorts. I've picked a time of year that I feel like is moderately priced. So we're going to look at some numbers and kind of do the math. And I'm going to show you exactly how much money you save by renting DVC points. So we're going to base our numbers off of the second week of May. That's kind of the time of year that I feel like is that moderately priced time of year where it's not too busy, but it's not too slow. So I figured May would kind of be a good average price point to look at. And then we're gonna look at prices for the beach club. And there's no special reason I've picked the beach club. It's just, why not? So I am gonna be basing my DVC numbers off of David's DVC rental website. So no, they are not sponsoring this video or anything like that, but I do have an affiliate link with them below. If you do decide to rent points and book your Disney vacation that way in the future, I do make a very small commission off of that, but no pressure. If you want to click on that link, great. If not, no big deal. So my number for the beach club that I have come up with for the second week of May is as if we are going for 6 nights. Again, I feel like that's a pretty good average length of stay. Most people stay between 5 and 8 nights, I would say. So we're gonna look at the second week of May at the beach club for 6 nights. So the total price that's listed on David's DVC rental website is $1,700, and that is a flat $1,700. The price that they provide and show on their website, that includes any additional fees. So you're not having to add in tax or anything like that. When it says $1,700, that is all you're paying. So there's no additional anything you have to pay at check-in or anything like that. Even parking, that's another thing to note. That $24 deluxe resort parking fee. Even if you are not a DVC member, but you are staying at a DVC villa, that is the only Disney DVC perk that you get by staying at a villa, is that you don't have to pay for parking. Again, that's another fee that's not getting added on at check-in. So it is a flat $1,700 for the nights we are looking at the beach club. So now let's compare that $1,700 to the price that's listed on the Disney website. So this would be as if I'm gonna go for a standard room at the beach club the second week of May. And the price for that is $592 per night. So after tax for 6 nights, that totals to $3,998. Crazy. So when people say, is it really worth the savings? It's pretty crazy. So that is a total savings of $2,298. That is a significant amount of money that you are saving. We are not talking about a little 10% here, 20%. I mean, that is over half. And that is a crazy good deal for the beach club that time of year. So if you have ever questioned, is it really worth the savings? Do the math. Just compare the prices. And I really feel like it speaks for itself. So another fun thing I thought would be interesting to add is to compare that $1,700 price to a moderate resort. So a lot of times people think, oh, we can't afford a deluxe resort, so we're just gonna take a step down and do the moderate. So looking at Port Orleans Riverside, again, just another random moderate resort, but I feel like is a really popular one. Port Orleans Riverside for the second week of May is $281 per night. And there are other standard view rooms that were a little bit cheaper, and then the royal guest rooms were in the 300 range. So I tried to pick a room at Port Orleans Riverside that was pretty average. So that's where that $281 price fits into that. So for 6 nights after tax, the total is $1,897. So again, crazy. You are still saving money to rent points to stay at the beach club than you are to stay at a moderate resort. That blows my mind. You are saving $197 still by renting points to stay at a deluxe resort. I mean, that's still a good amount of money, and you're getting to experience a deluxe resort rather than a moderate resort. So when people say, we can't afford a deluxe resort, we're gonna stay at a moderate instead, I always still point them back to renting points, because most of the time you are still gonna save money by renting points. Now, if you're looking at, let's say the Grand Floridian or the Polynesian, resorts that are a little more expensive than the beach club, you probably will save money by doing a moderate resort. But the price difference, just look at it. It may be, if you're only saving $100 by staying at a moderate resort, it may be worth just spending that extra $100 to stay for 6 nights at a deluxe resort, whichever one you're looking at. So just do the math. Andy and I, my husband, we've done the math lots and lots of times with this stuff. And there have been several times where in our minds we think, well, for only another $200, we could stay here. And, we get sucked into that. So be careful with the whole, for only this amount, we can stay here. But there are certain times where it is a good value and it does make it worth it. So it's definitely something to look into and do the math on your own. Compare resorts. Don't be afraid to spend the time to do the math and really dig into it, because most of the time you will find a way to save money by renting DVC points. Okay, so that is it. I know today's video was kind of quick, but I just thought it'd be interesting to see how much money do you actually save by renting DVC points, and is it worth it? Sometimes those little 10% discounts you think, it's not really worth it, but renting DVC points is so worth the discount. It is so worth it. Go out of your way to rent DVC points because you will save money. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing a little bit of the math and how we calculate, is it worth it for us and things like that. Comparing resorts and all of that, you can definitely get sucked into it. So again, I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.